Wait and see FC. Here we go, here we go. Wait and see FC. Here we go, here we go. Wait and see FC. Here we go, here we go. Therapy Army, where are ya? Last me having ya. How's it going? Therapy. Where's my therapy army? How are we feeling? Welcome to United Real Therapy. Welcome those who are new to the community. Big up. Man, like the angel of mentioners, Mr. Structure. Wow. I'm getting that kind of love, Alicia. I'm getting that kind of love. Yo, she's letting you know already. Alicia ain't messing about. Sinikova. Alicia Sinikova, mate. Can't mess about. Big up to every one of you. Let's get into it, people. We've got a jam-packed show for you today. Jam-packed show. Yo, Neil Ashton can't stop us, people. We can't. You can't be stopped. Can't be stopped, mate. Therapy army can't be stopped. People are trying all of these different things, man. Big up to every one of you. Love and light, respect. Let's get into it. We've got a jam-packed show for you today. Seriously, jam-packed show. Jam-packed show. We're going to be looking at the tour so far. We're going to review together the tour. So let's get into that. And then we're going to be talking about welcoming in Lisandro Martinez. And then obviously, we're bringing in man like Erikson. Right? People give me a hard time on Twitter because I spell it with a O, Erikson. But anyway, you know this. African settings, bro. But yeah, Caribbean, African, same thing, bro. Same thing, same people in it. African people, wherever they are in the world, bro. It's love. It is love therapy army. How are you guys? Are you enjoying the sunshine? Man like me topping up melanin. And you know what? I got sick of the Erikson thing and I got the knife. I started knifing myself. That's what happened. No, that didn't happen. Don't be knifing yourself, people. Knives are dangerous. Big up man like Noah in the chat somewhere. Noah, who goes to All Saints. Badass little player, football player. He's only like 8 and he plays for his team in his primary school. And he's a right back. So big up Noah. Just been kicking about football with him out there. Chatting football with him. So big up to every one of you. So coming up today, let's go through it. We're going to be looking at the tour so far. We're going to be welcoming Martinez, Erikson, and then at the end, we're going to come up to with the Jung Saga. Because too many people in the fan base are absolutely having a mare. You're having a mare, we're having a ball. We're having a mare, we're having them all. They're having an absolute mare, man. I'm good. Man like Fabi, man, I'm good, King. How are you? Yo, Saeed's enjoying himself out there in the sunshine somewhere, bro. He's enjoying himself. Giddy army, Tom. I'll send you the link. Let me know where to send to. If you can do it, let me know. But big up, Tom. Big up to every one of you. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, like, share. Please become part of the community. This is the therapy army. So people have been big up Rachel, the avocado. You know what? Devil's avocado. She's been telling me, that sister's been telling me, no, and you need to do a therapy show for the people, man. Because too many of you are getting caught up. I'm getting caught up on the De Jong deal. But there's more to football than just De Jong saga. Man United, the idea that we need a savior, but we'll keep that bit to the end, that chat. But we're gonna kick off. Let me just get on Twitter and fly this to Tom first. Big up, Tom. Alicia, let me know if you ever wanna come on the channel. Let me know, Alicia. We'll get you on. Seriously, we'll get you on because you're dangerous in the chat. You're dangerous in the chat, Alicia. You're dangerous in the chat. We'll get you on. Trust me, we'll get you on. If you ever want to come on, we'll get you on, our kid. We'll do it. We'll do it. Do it. Do it. We will do it. There we go. There you go. I'm just sending Tom the link now. So Tom should be joining us. Man, like Tom Journalist 1. So yeah, the tour so far, people. What do we think of the tour so far? Not a penny more, mate. Glazer's out, innit? Glazer's always out. 8 of you in here already, people. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video. It costs you absolutely nothing. Please, Alicia, can you let me know how many people are liking the video as we go along through the stream, yeah? Let me know. How we doing? Man like Lou, man, you. Big up, man. Love, respect. Big up, Nate, man. Yo, been waiting all day for this. Big up, Nate, man. Love, light, respect to all people like Nate, man. Honestly. Big up, man. Big up, Nate. Big up to all you United fans all across the world, man. All across the world. All across the world, man. Big up to all the regulars, man, like Alien Tenno. Big up someone like Roy Heat. Roy Heat, it's too early, man. It's too early, man. It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell, man. It's too early to tell if he's going to be a flop or not. Martinez Malacia will easily pick pockets. Yes, but let's get into it, people. Let's get into the tour. So my 2 pence on the tour. Let's get Tom in here first. But my 2 pence on the tour, people. My 2 pence on the tour so far. Big up, Tom. How you doing, Tom? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Big up.
Enjoying the weather? Couple of beers out? Having it?
Aye. Not beers.
What having it in the sunshine, yeah?
Aye, in the sunshine, yeah.
Yeah, man. I've just been
man.
I've just been playing some like water fighting, innit? Like gun water fights out there, man. With the kids.
Oh, the water pistols, aye.
The water pistols are out, man.
Listen,
the water pistols are out.
This is Murtaugh's negotiation tactics, isn't it? man rolls up with thinking he's got a sort of shotgun.
A shot-up shotgun, yeah? Is that how he's doing, Tom? I think I've lost Tom there. Hopefully he'll come back. But big up to every one of you, man. Enjoying the heat. Yo, the heat is real right now in London. Yo, man, like, Daniela, trust me, bro. Monday, you're going to be cooking. You better get out of London, Rubai. Those of you who live in London, get out of London, man. Head up north. You're going to be cooking by Saturday. By Monday, you're going to be cooking, man. Cooking. Forget the barbecues. You're going to be the barbecue. Trust me. Trust me, man. You're going to be like getting that knife and carving a bit of yourself like I try to do, innit? You can see it. Carving a bit going, ooh, I taste rather lovely. But anyway, Tom, how you doing, man? You had a good day?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
That's a wicked. Me too, man. I've been out there in the
How's the hand anyway? How's that?
The hand is good, man. The hand is good. Yeah, the hand is good, man. Knife. I tried to take this off, and then one of my cats jumped. I was cooking, and one of my cats, seed off, jumped to near the cooker, and I was looking, and I was still doing it, and I knifed myself by accident.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, and I'm not good with blood, so then my legs went weak because the blood went. So I'm about
yeah.
The knife went really in that deep. It was a sharp knife. I only work with sharp knives, people. When I'm cooking, I'm cooking, people. But anyway, so yeah, I've got some dressings. I've got all different things on there.
Yeah, so come on, people. Show him some love. Come on.
Yo, it's all good, man. Listen, trust me, man. Listen, when I tell people, man, I've been in a war zone. Trust me. I survived bigger than this. I'm a survivor. Yo, but that's what I was telling people, innit? It was the Frankie de Jong stories, innit? That's what it was. Frankie made me do it. It was Frankie de Jong and the Man United fan base. They made me do it. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to give you my 2 pence, and Tom will come in with his 2 pence. So far, the tour's been brilliant. So big up to the tour. The tour's been really good.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed the training session, especially the open training session. I managed to find the link for it, and I watched parts of it. And I was listening for Erikson and the coach's instructions to the players. Even the first game we played Liverpool, I literally got closer to my TV to listen because I can play it off the app on my phone. And I was literally listening to instructions. And I cannot tell you enough, some of these players are not even, he's not even fully started yet, honestly, Tom. He's gonna tell them exactly what to do, what scenario, and the rest of it, how they're gonna act. Some of these people in our team, they're not ready for this yet.
Did you notice though, right? The little glimpse that he gave. As soon as he doesn't like something in the training session, he pauses it, and he doesn't pause it to speak to one player. He does it with the whole group to get it across. To do that, that's showing leadership. That's showing acumen on the training field.
Big time.
And that's the main reason is he's a perfectionist. If you don't, it doesn't matter if you don't do it the way he wants, regardless if you score or not. He's not happy. He wants to play football the right way and win, playing the right sort of football. This is why you get, like you say, you get the old-fashioned managers. You get likes of your Mourinho's, for example. They have their way of playing, but they win things as well, Nuruddin.
Mm-hmm.
We have always been a club that have traditions of we play well, we entertain, but we also win. That's the difference. And like you just said with the training pictures and with the tour and everything, especially I think as well for the fans who obviously can't make the flight over and stuff. Showing off a showcase of some of the young stars potentially and stuff that you get in the team, likes of Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage and stuff, showing that young players can be given a chance again at this football club. Because the amount of players we have turfed out in years, my prime example would be Angel Gomez. The kid, he absolutely ripped it up alongside a name who we won't mention, who's currently being under investigation. Completely ripped it up as a duo. One of them we took on, and is now facing pending an investigation. The other one plays in Portugal, and you'd never ever heard of the kid again. But I think it just shows good etiquette from Erik ten Hag in terms of taking some of these young players, showing them what this club means around the world, because these are the people who want to play for our football club. Charlie Savage and Zidane Iqbal and all the other youngsters, they weren't a part of that team last year, Nuruddin, that gave up. They didn't give up last season because they weren't a part of the team. No. And that is the difference.
Facts. Listen, big up Alien Tenno cooking that pizza on a patio, innit? I'm cooking a pizza on the patio on Monday. Big up. He's getting his pizza ready, innit? Half of the team will be gone at the end of the season. Ooh, Alien Tenno is making a prediction there. But big up. So for me, in terms of the instructions he's been giving them, the intensity of the training, especially what we saw the open training that they did, was brilliant. The types of plays that he's tried to get them to do was fantastic, brilliant. So I'm genuinely enjoying watching games, and I'm getting glimpses of what's to come. They're not going to get it. It's going to take them, obviously, they're only human beings. When they get introduced to something new, they're going to take them some time to get used to it. So 100% is going to be really time for them to absorb all of the information. And some of it is going to go over the heads. But in training, he's going to be doing it. Sometimes going to be double training sessions till the season starts. So at times, he's not going to only use the matches, but it's going to be the days they're going to be doing. And he wants them to hang out. So you will see next season even, all those that wanted to drive home early in the winter and all that. Nah, you're going to come on train. You're going to do the warm down after games. You're going to hang out at the training ground. And then you go home in the afternoon. None of this dipping in, dipping out. None of that anymore. But that's the one part of it. In terms of the football, I thought Liverpool obviously a week and a half behind us in terms of their pre-season, or nearly 2 weeks. They're about 8 or 9 days behind us in terms of their
fitness.
Their levels of fitness and their pre-season preparations. So, of course, we were going to beat them because we've been doing 2.5 weeks of intense training before we play them. But yeah, I really liked some of the glimpses, some of the things I saw. I thought there was some, like he already talked about, he said, don't get giddy. You know what I mean? Ten Hag is not, he's on Giddy Watch, mate. Ten Hag part of the Giddy Watch. I'm telling you, he's the honorary president of Giddy Watch. I've said it already. He already said, I saw too many mistakes, so I'm not getting giddy out here. And it was good to see, obviously, rival Liverpool. It's never a friendly. And to be fair, before even the game started, Klopp was bantering us, innit? Going, is there that many people that turned up for, you know, because a lot of Liverpool fans turned up, and he was like, did Man United have the similar people turning up? Try to get the mick out of it. But you don't know that we're a bigger club than Liverpool, innit? Just we are globally, we are.
Globally, thank you, yeah.
We are. So that's just his insecurity, projecting his insecurity. That's all that was, club. I understand where you're coming from, club, but like I said, he says it on Stretford, isn't it? You know what? Hated the dawn, but never ignored, mate. Never. We've not won a trophy in 5 years and still. Everywhere we go, we're big. Everywhere we go, we are massive, mate. We're massive. Everywhere we go, we are massive. So big up
Facts.
to all the overseas fans. Right, big up to every one of them. Big up to all the people that are outside the hotels. I hope the players are generous. I genuinely hope that players,
They have been Nuruddin. They have been on the
especially
tour.
these Muppets, the way that what they've done, what they've put you through this season, especially when you live in Thailand, when you live in Australia, or any part of that world, Malaysia, like Indonesia, any part of that world, you're getting up so mad hours to watch that lot last season. So I hope they've been good with their time. I hope they're signing all the shirts and everything else for you, all the memorabilia. So I hope that they're taking photos and selfies. I hope they're doing that. But in terms of the football, I'm seeing glimpses. I already see like Ten Hag came out against Liverpool and said, "Oh, we were all too left-sided." And then this other game here against Melbourne Victory, we were more right-sided. So it's better in the next game to see what kind of balance that we have on the right and the left. But yeah, I've been impressed with, obviously. Like, I remember the day he was born, man. I can say that much to you. If you know, innit? So big up Amma, big up the rest of the family, big up South Central Manny, mate, for producing a talent like Zidane Iqbal, innit? You know what? We're all proud of him. And big up Savage as well. They've both been through they've been there since they were 8 years old, innit? So,
Facts,
you know what I mean?
yep.
I remember speaking to his dad when he was a kid, when playing for Sale. I was like,
Yep.
hey, how's he done doing? He's like, oh, he's playing for Sale, you know, like, yeah. So, yo, big up, man. Big up to the Iqbal family, innit? Love, nothing but love. Nothing but love. And big up to Charlie Savage as well. Beautifully cultured left foot. Keeps the ball kicking. Love the way him and Ziad, they bounce off each other. You know how they trust each other with the ball. Honestly, little combos, brilliant. I've liked Malacia so far. I thought the first game he was quite nervous. Second game, he came into it a bit more.
Yeah.
So pick him up as well. And yeah, and Baye's been one of the standout, obviously. Pre-season Baye, mate. Pre-season Baye. He's been one of the best. Varane injured again, but apparently he's going to be fit. De Gea took a knock. He's going to be fit as well. Martial taking chances. Sancho's, to me, been one of the best players to see. We've been playing through Sancho, either Liverpool game or this game yesterday. So, yeah. So far for me, I give it the fans. I give them 10 out of 10. The players trying to learn the tactics, I give them 7 out of 10 because some of them are still not getting it. Luke Shaw, for me, still looks half-hearted. He's not going forward as much as we want him to. But yeah, and the atmosphere has been really good. To me, it's all about the fans, innit, when you go on tour.
Yeah.
And also the biggest thing is that we can't read too much into pre-season, people. We cannot read too much into pre-season. I said I'm the chairman of Wait and CFC, and that's why I had to start singing that at the intro of the video. So that's why I had to sing it. Wait and CFC. Here we go. September the 1st, we're going to be doing a live. We're going to be doing a countdown live therapy session on here, people. We're therapy and me. We're going live. We're all going to be here doing a countdown. And then we can all make judgments about how Man United's transfer season's gone. So big up to every one of you. Love and light. Tom, what the glimpses have you saw and what have you enjoyed so far?
For me, I've just enjoyed just watching kids express themselves. I've got to be honest with you. I like watching players get an opportunity and get a chance to showcase what they've got in the male ranks. And I'm sorry, from what I've seen, we've been playing double pivot football with a double pivot for nearly 5 years, if you include the Mourinho era and then the Oli era. You know, nearly 5-6 years of playing double pivot, and we've never mastered it. But we are haggling around for a player to play the number 8 role in a double pivot in Frankie de Jong. But you have two ready-made kids who have expressed themselves, shown so much gratitude to the manager for being given the opportunity to actually go on tour, even just to be on the tour, not even to play in Ridden, just to go on the tour and experience what it's like with the different cultures, the different sort of fan orientations around the world of this football club. To even be given that opportunity, they're grateful for. And the two players that I'm talking about is Charlie Savage and Zidane Iqbal. Listen, if you're going to take your chance, now is the time to take it in this football team. The new manager's come in and he said, listen, fresh plan, fresh ideas. You either listen to them and you thrive, or you don't listen to them, or you can't adapt and you won't be here. He's done the exact same thing what he said when he was going to come in. I want to assess the squad. I want to analyse the team. And if players fit the way, they will stay. If they don't, they won't be here. And the players who won't be here, you will know about it. Andreas Pereira, for example, not here. He didn't even want a training session with him, Nurdin. He didn't even want a training session with that player. That shows where his head was at with that deal. And listen, there'll be many more deals that will probably be getting done toward the end of the window, especially some loan moves as well. But no, with the overall tour and everything, I think over the 2 games, the Liverpool game, listen, let's not gas it up for anything that it is. Yeah, we won 4-0 and stuff and everything. But in the first half, I think it showed, in some cases, a lot of the frustration from some of the players. Because I think some players, off the back end of last season, was trying. There was a couple of individuals, but they weren't a team. That was the thing. There was disharmony in the squad, and they didn't act and they didn't play like a team. But there was individuals last season who tried things, and that's all we can hope for is try.
Exactly.
And if you don't have the bare minimums of trying, if you're not going to try, you're not going to win anything in football. No. And that's the end of it. Like you said about Sancho as well. I think, to be honest with you, I think I see very similarities to how Ten Hag used Antony at Ajax. And what I mean by that is, I think Jadon Sancho's a right-footed version of how Antony was at Ajax. And I think that's how Ten Hag's going to play it. And he's going to use him more as an inverted right-sided player. Because what I've noticed with Ten Hag is the profile of players he likes to go for, especially in attacking areas, he likes wingers that are left-footed. And people think it's a myth and everything. So, that means Sancho and everybody's not going to thrive. But if you flip the coin on the other head, Jadon Sancho, we've been crying out for a right winger. We played him left wing all the way last season. And we got nowhere with him. If Sancho plays on the left, he gets more goals. If he plays on the right, he gets more assists. That is how you balance it out. And I think Sancho is a better player at making assists than taking goals. That's how I see it. I think he can contribute a lot more productively and creatively than actually goal scoring. Because if you have a number 9 in the box, Durden, you don't have to worry about scoring goals because they should put the ball in the back of the net for you. But with the overall tour and everything, listen, the Liverpool game, let's not gas it up or anything. It was what it was. Kids got some chances to shine and stuff. Iqbal and Savic, listen, those two, they ran fucking Fabinho around like it were no Brazilian passport there at all. And the golfing class in the second game as well. I know it's Melbourne victory, but they play low block, wasn't it? We had to break that team down. That was the difference between the Liverpool game and that. And listen,
there's two contrasting styles, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
They were the classic example of low block, like really low block.
Like for example, when we play, who did we play last season? Was it Burnley? I can't remember who it was.
Burnley actually tried to attack us at home. Actually, Burnley went.
I think it was the away game against them though. I can't remember though. Anyway, I'm going off topic with the Melbourne victory one. Like the first goal, it was so obvious to see, and that will happen a lot through the season. I don't want people to panic when they're looking at that and thinking Maguire's culpable, Lindelof, this, that, the other. The way we want to play now, or we're going to play, we will be susceptible to counterattacks. That is just how we are going to play, unfortunately. But if we play the right system and we know how to utilise the high line, like Erik ten Hag implemented at Ajax, with experienced players who knew his system, likes of Frankie de Jong, the likes of Lisandro Martinez, who we'll get onto, these players know how to hold the high line. Harry Maguire has never played a high line. Never played a high line. So I don't expect him to be in the right areas every single time. But like we say, Nuruddin, some of these players, they get 6 months. They get till that January transfer window. And if they can't cut it after that, they will not make it at this football club under the new manager. And I think he sees that. Because if you can't change it, you can change a lot in 6 months. You can change a lot in 6 months. But it depends if you want to or not. That's the difference.
Listen, big up to Jamaican Assassin. 66 Shadows of 6, man. Yo, big up, bro. I don't feel that Erik ten Hag sees De Jong as a savior for the team. I think he needs him because he's well versed in the system and already, and he's one of the best players in that the play style. I understand 100%. I'm not calling him a savior. What I'm saying to you is that Man United fans always have to have a savior. So they think one person and think, oh, if that player can't come, then we're not gonna. No, I understand 100% what you're saying, brother. 100% Jamaican assassin. I understand that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I just think,
yeah, big up.
the club have to come with a plan B, because we're dealing with gangsters, straight up gangsters. Barcelona are gangsters. They're absolute gangsters. I mean, I read Tucker. I'll read it out to you. So this is what Tucker says, right? This is the Docker of the Telegraph. This is what he said. Honestly, it's hilarious what he said.
James Ducker you're on about, aren't you?
Yeah, James Docker of the Telegraph. He said, Man UFC agreed to increase the sum for Frankie de Jong by 8.4 million and to reduce add-ons, right? It remains to be seen if Barcelona now use that higher
I've got a question for you, Nuruddin, as well. Go on.
Partly to cover up the costs of the 17 million in deferred wages. So I'll repeat again. So the Man UFC agreed, right? Agreed to increase the guaranteed sum for Frankie de Jong's by 8.4 million and reduce the add-ons, right? It remains to be seen if Barcelona now use that higher upfront fee to help partly cover the cost of the 17 million in deferred wages. Nah, mate.
Nuruddin, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
And not Tom, they signed. Who did they sign?
Rafinha, Lewandowski.
Now they signed Lewandowski. So it's like Frankie de Jong's a kid. Where's my 17 million? They're like, I don't know. We don't know.
Listen. Let me ask you a question anyway, Nuruddin.
Thank you so much, Jamaican Assassin. Let me just get this to the super chat, Tom.
Yeah. Go on.
Big up, Jamaican Assassin. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro.
Yeah, big up.
Love and light. But you know our fan base genuinely says that Glaze is moving in the right directions. I don't think so. Good try, Belly Visual. Good try. Thank you for the super chat, though. see how I get trolled. I get trolled here. Big up, Laif, Tiraji, Hugen. I can't say your name. I'm sorry. Laif. I'm just going to call you Laif. Big up, Laif. When we bring back the biggest disruptor of the dressing room harmony, how's that going to work? Listen, we're going to come up to Ronaldo. Hold tight with that, brother. You're going to be... Listen, so it's nearly 170 of you here. Please smash the like.
Come on, people. Come on.
Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed and become part of the community, people. We're on the road to 10K, people. We are on the road to 10K. So come through. Come. You're all welcome. But big up. But go ahead, Tom. You were asking me.
We're gonna ask you with the Frank de Jong deferred wages, right? You're in Frank de Jong's position and you're owed nearly let's call it about 17-18 million pounds in wages. Okay, you're owed 18 million pounds. Manchester United have agreed a fee with your football club, so your club want to sell you. Why, if you have made it clear that you want to play for Erik ten Hag and you want to play for Manchester United, why are you not suing the football club to get your money, leave Barcelona, and join your new team? This is what I don't get. There doesn't seem to be any urgency from him, the player, to come to the football club. And we've said before where we want players who want to be here. And if he doesn't want to be here, Nuruddin, I'd rather we move on to other targets. But I think in the club's mind, and I don't know in your mind anyway, why has we now negotiated for nearly 2 months for a player who has now gone on a pre-season tour with somebody else when he could be negotiating in a court of law in Barcelona to get his 18 million pounds and then move? Why would you not do that if you're convinced by the project? That's why I put that to you. What do you think to that?
Now, 100%. Listen, to me, 100% fact, Tom. Right, this was supposed to be for the end, but Ronaldo now. That section we moved to the end, Ronaldo section, okay. But we'll go with Frankie de Jong now, right? So Frankie de Jong, for me, him and Erik ten Hag has had a phone call. They've agreed. He said he wants to come to Man United. What's going on with this transfer? It's to do with Barcelona not paying him his deferred wages, which is 17 million pounds, 17 million euros. Last season he earned, right? During lockdown, 2021 he earned. Guess how much he earned? Instead of earning 14 million euros, he earned 3. he deferred the rest. So that is what's going on. And basically, he didn't think they'll ever want to get rid of him. But so on that contract, he didn't put, right, if you sell me, you still owe me the money. He didn't put that because he never thought they were going to sell him to begin with. So now that is what's happening.
But if you want to stay, wouldn't you put that in the contract just for the sake of it?
No, but what I'm saying to you, that's what I'm saying to you. They didn't, because he never thought there was going to be a chance of them selling him. That's why he did what he did and made them think, okay, you know what? I'm going to be here forever, because he's got like, I think it's 2026, something like that, his contract. He's got 3.5 more years left.
Yeah, for about 3.5 years, yeah.
Yeah. So, nearly 4 years left on his contract. So, at the end of the day, he's not worried. He wasn't worried. But now that's for him to sort out. So, also, the reason why he keeps saying he's not going anywhere, because soon as he says he's gone, that means that they rip that contract up. What does that mean, Tom? They don't owe him a penny. So that's what's going on, people. Is they're trying to literally like pick his pockets on the way out. That's what they're doing. The money they owe him. And that's why him and his agent are saying now, I love Barcelona. We're staying at Barcelona. Because soon as Frankie de Jong and his agent go, right, we're going to Man United, Barcelona rip up the contract. Honestly, they get the contract like this. They go, they rip it up. And then, boom, that's it. See you later, mate. Everybody heard you say you're going to. So that contract is cancelled, done. You're going to Man United now. So he can't.
This is the point, though.
They give him that money, but Man United went out of their way to increase the money in cash that they're going to give.
That just shows that you're desperate. It's not good. This is not good negotiations. Why are you paying a football club's debt to a footballer? To what? To get them? This is what I don't understand. And listen, if Frankie, if this is all drummed up about money and everything, Nuruddin, pay the guy the £14 million or 17 million euros, whatever it is. Barcelona, literally, you've just spent nearly 70 million euros on Rafinha, so you have cash there. You've just now signed Lewandowski. I think it was for what, about 30, 40 million euros, something like that. That's about 100 million euros there. If you have got 100 million euros to spend on players, you have about 14 million British pounds, if you want to convert it, to pay Frank de Jong off to then sell him for 75 million euros, with then a 10 million euro add-on fee. Then you've made half of your money back from the two players you've just bought. That's business. That is finance. But we can't be... Honestly, I'm going to make it very clear now. We can't be doing this anymore. It's now or never. I'm sorry, it is. He's got on a plane and he's gone on a pre-season tour with that football club. It is now or never to go and sign this player, because we've haggled around for 2 months. We've been around Europe. I don't know how many times Murto and Fletcher, whoever's been to Barcelona to negotiate for this deal. They've pissed us around far too long, and now they've got us over a barrel of, oh, well, if the player doesn't want to leave, we're not prepared to pay him to leave. Because that's what it is, basically. They have to pay him to leave that football club. This is what it is. He is holding that club to ransom. If you want me to go, you pay me to go. But if he's inserted this, whatever, by saying he was going to defer his wages and stuff, basically he's showing loyalty to that football club. So, in many cases, it is a financial and legal mistake by him and his team. And at the end of the day, Nuruddin, if we are going to haggle around for this deal any bloody longer, all of the other signings that we could potentially make might not even be available then. Because clubs don't sell late into a window. We won't sign a midfielder on deadline day.
If you want,
unless you pay, that is exactly the point. But then the club that you negotiate with can easily go to you or your negotiators and say, well, you were about to pay 75 million euros for someone called Frankie de Jong. We have a player here who we value at 70 million euros. So we know you've got money. So there you go. And this is what I mean by negotiating terms. And by increasing your upfront price to the football club, help defer his wages. It's a decision between the player and the football club. Manchester United don't need to be involved in deferred wages or anything like that. You pay the player off and he'll come. That's it. But Man United are getting desperate and they're getting frustrated by the deal because they're seeing this, what we're doing now, for example, like what we're doing where we're talking about this. and other fan channels and other United football supporters and everything. And Richard Arnold made the pledge and the promise to them football fans at that pub, did he not? The money to sign the players that the new manager wants is there. Frank de Jong is the main player that he wanted. He would. I tell you now, if Erik ten Hag could get Frank de Jong, and it meant that he didn't get Erikson, he didn't get Malacia, and he didn't get Martinez, he'd probably do it, Nuruddin. Because Frank de Jong is the key instrument to how he wants to dictate a midfield. He is the key player that he wants. And what do we always do with Manchester United? Whenever we get a key signing, it is always the last signing we make. Harry Beckenbauer, last signing we made that summer. Pogba, Sanchez. There you go. This is what I mean. It's always the dragged deal.
But to be fair, this is an unusual transfer, though. It's very unusual. When have you ever heard a club selling a player? Frankie de Jong, mark my words, Frankie de Jong wants to get the hell out of Barcelona. But publicly, he can't say that. Because soon as he says that, they'll rip his contract up and go, bye-bye, we don't owe you any money. So the reason why he keeps saying he wants to stay, he sounds like one of these stalker, like, you know what I mean? Where there's a boyfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, you know, when you stalk, when one of them, somebody you go out with stalks you. We've all had it. We've all had a stalker. Come on. Some of you have been the stalkers.
Of course we have. Of course we have.
You know what I mean? Some of you have been the stalkers. I would say that. So that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's just stalking Barcelona going, nah, you're not shifting me. You're not shifting me. But he's doing that because he wants his £17 million. Like I said to you, he was getting paid for one season, 2021. Instead of getting 14 million, he got 3 million euros in terms of wages. So what does that tell you? He's like, nah, I'm not walking away. And neither would any of you walk away from 17 million. Imagine, I bet you one of your best friends or one of your family owns you a tenner or 20 quid. Come a couple of weeks, you're like, yo, where's that tenner? Where's that 20 quid in it? Cost of living crisis and all that. By the way, there's 180 of you in here. Please subscribe to the channel. Like, smash a video. Please smash a like and subscribe to the channel because we're building an army here. And here, I promise you, other than Saturday TV, you're not going to get this level of truth, people. Where we dissect it, we go behind the headlines. That's why I've got a journalist on here, people. We're going behind the headlines. And we can say, as fans, as much as we're frustrated, Man United should just go, right, we're out. And let Barcelona and Frankie just go, oh, damn it, what's going on? Are they really out? Let them just 3 days, Man United should say, you know, we're out, see you in a bit.
Just don't answer the phone. Do not answer the phone to them.
Yeah, call their bluff and see what they do. But what you're not understanding, people, this is like Barcelona mafia, mate. It is. Laporta, he thinks that he's bloody Don Corleone. I'm telling you. He thinks he's Don Corleone. He thinks he owes the players some money. And he's like, nah. Well, where did it say? Where did it say on the contract? It didn't say if you leave, we owe you that money. You know what I mean? So that's where it is, people.
Welcome to Spanish politics.
You know what? Imagine, you know what? Your friends owe you money and like you're in their car, whatever. You're like, yo, you owe me money. You are taking me everywhere. You're my taxi right now because you owe me money. And you know, like friends, when they owe you money, they're just like, oh yeah, I'll be back in a minute. And they don't come back. Well, Frankie's like, Barca, where are you? He's like, I'm telling you, Frankie Young's not sleeping, even though he's gone on tour with him. Because just in case Barca move hotel without letting him know. Trust me. He's going to be awake all night going, who's leaving?
He's probably refreshing his bank account. Refreshing his bank account every 5 minutes.
Trust me.
Is it come in yet? Joe Laporta, has my money been checked yet? Oh, the check ballot, it bounced. Apologies, Frankie, but we'll do it again tomorrow. I'm
telling you, if a club is trying to bully you, not to give the money that you owe them, do you think you want to stay there? Do you think you want to stay there? Do you genuinely, any of you deep down believe Frankie de Jong is going, I don't want to go. No, he's like, give me my money and I'm done out here. United and Barca have already agreed on the deal. They've already agreed on the structure of the deal. That's why Murta and Arnold were there to sign over that 8.4 million.
Yeah, 8.4 million, yeah.
Yeah, to give to them. So that's what's happening. But guys, genuinely, Erik ten Hag is speaking to Frankie de Jong. I know it's not supposed to happen, but I'm telling you, it's happening as we speak now. They're on the calls. Frankie de Jong is telling him and saying, listen, I have to say this publicly. I have to say this publicly, but I'm coming, but I need my money from them. Rachel, let me know if you got time to come on, sis. I'd love to get your 2 pence. I'd love to get Rachel's 2 pence, man. Big up Rachel, man. Big up Rachel in the chat. Rachel, if you can jump on, I know that Rachel's be like, no, you gotta do a therapy. You gotta get some of these fans, man. You gotta get some of these fans. Let them know. So yeah, big up Rachel. Love and light, always. Respect. But yeah, so Frankie de Jong for me is coming to Man United. The only thing that's holding it up is Barcelona.
Yeah.
The only people who are holding it up is Barcelona people. And because they try to bully the player and they don't want the player to be basically like they want to bully him. They want to get him out.
Nurjan, this is the thing though, right? With Barcelona, they are in a bad situation because from what I've heard anyway, the quoted wages that he's on is about 300,000 euros a week.
Mm-hmm.
About that's roughly, so he's on about roughly about £300,000 a week at Barcelona. That's per week. We understand the financial situation Barcelona are in with the constraint of their wage structure.
Exactly.
When Lionel Messi was there. Now you add in Frankie de Jong's wage structure, for example, now, £300,000 a week. You already owe the player 14 million if you convert it back from 17 million euros. So this debt that basically the player has against you as a football club will only go up. And he's contracted there for another, 3.5 years? Listen, sit up, lap it up, Frankie, in Barcelona for 3.5 years. If you're getting paid 300 grand a week, you don't even have to kick a football. Because
Exactly.
then you could easily say, you're contracted to pay me 300 grand a week. So I'll get my money. Might take a little bit of time, but I'll get my money in the end, won't I?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you say, all this needs to be noted is Barcelona sign a check off for 17 million euros. Frank de Jong probably won't even be there. He'll be on the first plane out there with Merto and Richard Arnold. Just like Lisandro Martinez, he got straight out of Amsterdam as soon as that deal was agreed. Straight out of Amsterdam.
That's it. Listen, big up to Isle of Glazers, Glaze Hairs. Big up, Mr. Structure. 10 out of 10 windows so far, net spend. Listen, hashtag net spend. Listen, net spend is ridiculous. So, need to honestly, I don't know whoever introduced net spend to let fans know, but net spend does not make sense. All you need to do is Google net spend does not make any sense whatsoever. So, big up to you. Love and light and respect. Let's get to the super chats, man. Big up to every one of you, please. Nearly 200 of you in here. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And join the therapy army. Where are you? Therapy army. Bella Visuals here. Big up Bella. Regardless of FVG requesting to be the transfer listed to push for the move, he will be owed the money regardless. Yeah. But yes, Bella Visual, I understand what you're saying, brother. But what happens is that because when he signed that deal to defer the wages, he didn't sign and say, if I was to leave, you still owe me that money. He didn't. That's why they're playing on that ambiguity in the contract. In that contract, when he said, yeah, I'll defer those wages. Because he never thought they were going to sell him. Because he thought he's one of the most important players they have at this football club. That's the reason why. Like Messi, people have promised Messi, listen, Messi, when we get to a financial footing, we owe you 50 million, right, euros. We'll be paying you that money. And Messi's like, yeah, Messi's got the word. He's got the word. And Messi will take them to a court of law and sue the ass out of them. But Frankie de Jong's like, listen, if you're getting rid of me the way that you've treated me all summer, or you've been treating me like this, and then all of a sudden you don't want to even pay me my money. So that's
he isn't the only player as well, by the way. There's Gerard Piqué.
They've done this before.
Piqué's owed 30 million euros for the last 4 years while they've covered the COVID costs and everything. He completely took it because a lot of the Barca players took the wage cut, didn't they, through the COVID pandemic.
Exactly.
And Frankie de Jong's one of them who will have signed on that dotted line. Gerard Piqué is exactly the same. Signed on the dotted line, and now it's caught up with them in the wrong way. And this is what you mean. And like you say, all this is a hostage situation. Pay me my money, put it in a briefcase. Don't do Man United. Stroll through the airports with briefcases of cash. Don't be doing anything like this. Listen, I want it bank transfer, and I'm using the money and I'm getting straight on a plane to Manchester. That is all it is. We just saw what happened with the Lisandro Martinez deal. As soon as that deal got agreed, he got on the first plane out of there. Regardless of the time and everything, got on the plane, friends, family, agent, all on the same private jet, straight to Manchester. That was it.
Facts.
And you never heard any. And this is what will happen with Frankie de Jong when he gets that 17 million euros that he's owed. He will leave, and that is it. Because at the end of the day, unless somebody's going to hijack this deal, which I think is very unlikely at this stage now, the hardest part has been done. The agreement between the clubs.
Exactly.
And like I say, if he gets paid that 17 million euros, personal terms will be a piece of cake, Nuruddin. It will be it'll be the easiest part of the deal to smooth that out and smooth that over.
You know what? Big time. Listen, Tom, I'm not going to lie to you. Rachel, I'm going to try to send you this. So if you're about, let me know, sis. I'll send it to you on a WhatsApp. Big up, Rachel. I'll say the same, right? I'm not going to lie to you guys, right? Man United. That's the link, sis. If you can jump on, if you're free, Rachel, if you're watching. But Man United, for me, it's simple. Frankie de Jong has already agreed with Man United, and all of that, the personal terms on that very quickly, because in principle he's already agreed to join Man United. So it'll be interesting. But very visual. The only reason why, so I say, regardless of if you're requesting to be transfer listed to push the move, he will be owed the money regardless. Yes, but what happens is that he has to get guarantees from like the what's it called, the
president.
No, not guarantees, but he has to go and get really, sport lawyers. You know what's that called? It's the sport arbitration.
Arbitration of sport. That's it.
Yeah, arbitration of sport. He has to go and get. A
lawsuit, basically.
Guarantees that he still be liable. He will still be liable. Yeah, he has to go and get those guarantees. Big up, Rachel, for joining us. How you doing?
Hey, everyone. How are you doing?
Good, sis. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, just saw your WhatsApp message. So I was like, oh, let me jump on this.
Yeah, I'll just be like, if you got free, jump on. It'd be lovely to hear from you.
Yeah, nice.
You type in. You said to me, some of the fan base are losing the absolute plot, aren't they? So many fans have got PTSD. Let me just get this couple of super chats, Rachel, and I'll come back to you. Alien Tenor, FSG, where's my winter fuel payment? It's not like moving like a pensioner in Britain, innit? Winter fuel payment, yeah. You got Lahib say, morning. My name is the same, like you say, like the Viking King. I'm about Ollie territory born. Love like the channels, Peps. Oh, big up, man. Big up, bro.
Big up.
Yeah, man. Laif, love people. Love. Thank you so much, bro. Always love. Big up all my people, all my Viking massive, all my Scandinavian United Army. Big up. And Rachel, honestly, we're talking about the young thing, honestly, and it's just dragging and it's happening, but I'll come back to you. Here comes Say Massive. While you're watching, waiting for De Jong, we are getting Sané in Scope. Oh,
there's two Sanes.
Oh my God! Well, you know what? Say me, I see you gotta come better than that. While you're waiting for De Jong, we are getting Sané, Sinchenko, and possibly Sané. You're getting two Sanés for the price of one. You're getting his brother as well.
Buy one, get one free. Listen.
Buy one, get one free, mate. So listen. Say me, I see. Remember what I said to you? When it came to Martinez, Lisandro Martinez, when it came to him, if it was Arsenal A, Man United B, he was always going to bet on B. Did I not tell you that? I told you that, didn't I? You got a bit too excited. We came and hijacked that. And it was like, I fancy a bit of Man United. It's like, who? Arteta who? Arteta what? Who is he? I fancy a bit of Eric Boldness, eh? Big up the Bold crew. Listen, big up to everybody. Sabi, I say, listen, you got to come better than that. What happened? Look, Lisandro Martinez says, Arsenal, hold tight. Rafinha went, see you later. You know what was funny? Rafinha went, Arsenal, maybe. Then Chelsea hijacked that. And then we go to both. We went, both you hold tight. Both you. Hold tight, smoke. Because I ain't coming to you. I'm off to Barcelona. So, look, you see what's going on, people. You see what's going on. Rachel, welcome. He's come back at me. Where is who else are you in for? Yo, if he's so good. Who else is in for De Jong if he's so good? Listen, because he's already agreed to come to Man United. Why is he gonna go to somewhere else?
Where's Arsenal for him then? Where's Arsenal? Come on.
Listen, big up, man. Listen. Nobody has to be in for the player for them. But big up Noah. Noah's here. Big up Noah. Love to him. Love to Noah. I've been playing football with him, and he's been squirting me with with a water pistol before. He's only like 8 years old. Top right back, quite talented, and he's got his channel. His name is it's a football gamer. So please go there if you like gaming. Subscribe to his channel. He's a lovely kid. He's a big United fan, and his mum is a big City fan. She's a season ticket holder.
What games does he play?
It's all on there. He plays a couple of games, football games, and he plays other games. But obviously, nothing too, you know, not. He's only
extreme,
8.
yeah.
Not too extreme. So, but he's a gamer. So big up to him. But big up to everybody who's watching as well. Say me, I say, listen. Nobody has to be in for him. Nobody has to be in for him. Big up, man. Big up, everybody. If I'm thinking, is this the same person? Let me just check. If I've just shouted at the wrong person, let me just check. But listen, Rachel, how do you think our fan base going into major lockdown? Major, absolute. I joined the Man United fan and started stabbing myself, Rachel. Look, started to do it. I was like, it's all the young and the fan base that drove me to this book. The meltdowns, Rachel. Tell me about the meltdowns of the fan base. What are you thinking?
I'm just bored of it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's just one day it's euphoria, the next minute it's like just a meltdown. People are wanting to jump off bridges. It's ridiculous. I mean, look, whatever happens is my view on it. Like, you know how I feel about De Jong as a player. Like, I absolutely adore the player, but you know, it's out of our hands. That's the thing, right? It's down to Barcelona and De Jong. It's not down to us. We're willing to pay the money. You know, it's about his wages and whatnot. I mean, I don't know why people are having a meltdown over this. I'm sure the scenario where we don't get De Jong has been discussed between Ten Hag and Murto and the rest of them. So they'll have their second choice and their third choice or whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's no need to get so upset about the whole thing.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
You know what? Some of it,
I
understand it. To be fair, I understand it because the PTSD from last season, and some of our fan base, even pre-season games, for about players who are playing the formations, people are having an absolute meltdown. It's only because we've had a horrific season. I think that adds to the emotion the fans feel and how let down we feel, and obviously who owns our club, who runs our football club. So that is one of the biggest things.
But you know what it is, Nuruddin, though? Over the years, we've had deadline day signings, big players coming on deadline day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not that deep. If it happens on deadline day, it's not a big deal. He doesn't have pre-season with us. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? There's nothing really to complain about right now. We've got an Erikson, we've got an Malacia, we've got Martinez. I mean, they're very good signings. And like I said, if we get the second choice midfielder, or if we don't get a midfielder, we go for a right back or a striker, whatever it is, you know, we'll make it work somehow.
Facts.
It's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting next season to be a great season for us anyway. I'm expecting it to be a very up and down season, and regardless of whether we sort out the midfield or not. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. It's out of our control. You know what I mean? Just try and enjoy the season and enjoy some of the improved football. You know what I mean? That's all it is for me.
Exactly. You know what? Big up saying me as he says Martinez has nothing on Gabriel and Ben White and Sub. Listen, Saliba, you're not even getting Saliba. Is Saliba back or what? Is he even back?
I think he's back. I think Arteta wants to use him now.
Okay, Saliba's back, but you know he's a funny kid, that kid. But let me say something. Say me acid. My only question is, so why did you want him then if he's not got nothing on Gabriel? You know that's a lie. You lie. Because you were bidding. You even made 2-3 bids for him, but he wanted to come to Man United. He rang Arteta and went, Arteta, I heard you're the Spanish Allardyce. Sorry, mate, I'm not coming. Bye. Listen, he comes for me. He goes, Nuruddin, when is your first meltdown? Brighton? Did they win 4-0 before? Ooh. Say me, I see. I'm gonna be doing a match reaction to that. You better come on, because when we smash Brighton, I'm gonna come and smash you in here. Trust me, I'll be looking for you. Say me, I'll be looking for you. Don't you worry. Big up D. Nura. Why is Tom never on video? Listen. All you got to think is Tom is the voice. He's the voice. The voice of reason. The voice who just exists in the internet, bro. Because he's a journalist and he should not be on other than his job. So He's just on here. That's the reason why. But big up, man. Big up. Thank you for the super chat. Big up, Thane, as well.
Yeah, big up, Dean.
He's back again. Rachel, how do you cope with Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Los Galacticos of London? Ronaldo's leaving. Not one of your signs will get into our first team. None of our signings will get into your first team. Oh my God. Sammy, I swear to God, sometimes you think you support Real Madrid, you know. The way you talk these players up, you think you support Real Madrid. What happened to fourth? You were getting fourth all season, then what happened? All those players crumbled.
When's the documentary? Roll the credits. Roll the credits. Listen. Roll the credits and we'll see, won't we?
Exactly. Anyway, but we'll change the subject now, people, yeah? Talk about the players who signed for us. So, Rachel, Lisandro Martinez, talk to me about the player profile. Obviously, one of the best passers in the world football, I think, for a centre-half. He is fantastic. And if he settles in my opinion, I love the fact that he's aggressive. I love my centre-halves. You know how I like my footballers, Rachel. I love my footballers play with tenacity and intensity. I love that. That's what I was brought up on. Going all the years, going to that stadium for over 20-odd years. Players who play with great determination, but also got the skill and technique to back it up. So tell us about Lisandro Martinez. I butchered the surname, but I got the first one right. Go ahead, Rachel.
I think it's a good signing. Like, he was my personal preference over Timber. Just because of the way he played. It was purely for a selfish reason. I just aesthetically, I prefer him. That's all it is. Timber might have been more suitable, to be fair, in terms of like the Premier League and whatnot. But Martinez is a very aggressive player, as you know, which you're very excited about. He's very good 1v1 defender. I don't know. People might have seen like all the clips of him dealing with Haaland and Nunes and that. It's better to watch the full game to see like how he positions himself as well. Yeah. Rather than just looking at clips, it's not really a full picture of what he does. But you can see that he's not scared of any challenge. He's actually better in the air than people give him credit for. Because people always talk about his height and whatnot.
Facts.
He's excellent on the ball, dribbling and passing. He's very progressive, and he's gonna show you what a real ball playing centre back is.
Trust me.
It's not going to be an England style ball playing centre back. This is a European ball playing centre back. This is a proper ball playing centre back.
You know what I saw? I only watched because I didn't watch many league games of Ajax. Right, I watched them in the Champions League though. I specifically watched their group stage games, and in those games I saw leadership qualities. Rachel, I saw him effing and blinding at Timber, like saying to him, "Get here! What are you doing?" Like literally screaming at him, like screaming at some of the midfielders. And I love to see that, Rachel. I love players who are, and just to give a bit of background, people, he's from Argentina. Argentinian players are gonna have intensity, and at Stretford End, we sing because England fans sing "Stand Up If You Hate Man U," and we always sing at Old Trafford, "Argentina, Argentina, Argentina." So those of you who know that we're gonna always come out for him, for any Argentinian player. So for me, I can't wait to see him. To me, I've seen him in that Champions League. He's pinging balls in, Rachel, from about 30 yards into people's feet, not by the side of them, into their feet, like through players who are trying to cut out the passing lanes. He's playing balls through the passing lanes where people are trying to stop him. Honestly, the technique on the football, to me, one of the best passes I've seen. One of the best centre-half passes I've ever seen, honestly. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. Tom, what have you seen of him other than the Champions League games? Have you seen any Ajax games? What do you think about his temperament, his leadership qualities?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. And the myth around Argentinian players is they're always hungry and they're always have a desire to play a certain way. And one of the key myths around a lot of, not even Argentinian players, but South American players is the ball sticks to the boot like glue.
There we go. Exactly. The ball is always not far from him because there's a level of technique to this. And then obviously, Tom, I'll stay with you. We've finally got Erikson, even though he's for free. Man United can't get any deals too quick in it. Even though the players for free, Brentford or anybody else is not charging us any money, we still took time. Both of them apparently are not flying out now. They're not flying out. That makes me a bit sad because I think we're out there for another week and a half at least. because we're playing now. We've got Crystal Palace in a couple of days' time. Then we're going to Perth, I think, the next place to play Villa. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, to play Villa. So I think they're looking at it, thinking about the jet lag, and by the time they're jet lagged there, they might be coming back already with another jet lag. So they might be just training. There are players who are injured and who are training already at Carrington, so they might be stay there. I don't know what happened to Tom, but that question goes to you, Rachel. Rachel, so what do you think about Erikson? For me, first time when it got sanctioned, I had to warm myself into it because I've got PTSD from Sanchez deal. I've got the Cavani thing, even though some people think it was a success. I don't think it was a success. Cavani has paid a lot of money by Man United, and the man took the mick last season.
Yeah, I think Cavani was a success for the first season, but not
for the first season. But after that, he was nowhere to be seen. Man went AWOL. So for me, I'm always like, ooh, players at that age, are they gonna be so? And then I started to remember what a fantastic player he is. But what do you think about Erikson? Already played in the Premier League, has already knows the Ajax system. Even though I think Ten Hag didn't play the Ajax system, it's a Ten Hag system. Yes, building off the Ajax system, but every manager of Ajax has had a certain twinge or certain ideas how to further the way of playing. Guys, there's over 200 of you here watching. Please smash a like on the video. Rachel, lovely day in London. She's jumped on here just to be on here for you guys. So please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Say Miasi. Shevchenko, Ukrainian Roberto Carlos. He's proven in this league. Player from Holland and not. Woo! Is that how it is? So was Shevchenko proven before he came here? No, exactly. So was Gabriel proven before he came here? No, he wasn't. Was Ben White proven? Ben White's not been proven anyway. So let's not talk about him. Who are they saying, Messi? You've got to come better than that. You've got to come better than that. And by the way, Shevchenko, sit on your bench. He's going to come and play in midfield for you. So you don't even know where he's going to play for you. Rachel, take it away. Tell me about Erikson.
I like Erikson.
What was your first thoughts when we were linked with him now that we got him? How are you feeling about that signing?
So he wasn't what I wanted for midfield, I'll be honest. But I do like him as a player. I think he's a good footballer. It's not the player that I wanted personally. But if Erikson is someone that Ten Hag feels he needs for whatever reason, then I'm curious to see how he's going to use him. It remains to be seen whether he's going to be a rotation player or if he's actually got a plan for him in the first team. That will be interesting. He can play in the so-called wider positions, but I don't know if he will be utilized there. But you just never know with Ten Hag, to be honest with you. So he can always play in central midfield as well. So he can play in like a bunch of positions, right? I know a lot of people are hoping that he takes Bruno's spot. I don't think he will personally, but I think he will be someone that you can rotate with. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not my preference, but I think Ten Hag has a plan for him. And if he does, then that's great. You know, I would rather have an Erikson in there than, you know, a Juan Mata, for example. You know what I mean? He's a better player. He's younger. And, you know, people have doubts about him because of, you know, what he went through.
What happened to him, yes.
But, you know, I think there was an interview that he had, and he was saying that, you know, the pacemaker and that it's done so much for him that if anything was to happen, he'd be in a better position because he has the pacemaker there. And he has no worries himself about it, which is the most important thing. He has no anxiety over it. Yeah. So, you know, in terms of his health and that and his fitness, he's perfectly fine. And he performed quite well for Brentford. So,
100%.
So it's not like, you know, he's in bad form or anything like that.
No. He was one of the best players of the season, He finished the season. He helped to keep them up in the Premier League, honestly. Without him, and he actually played a deeper role for him. 100%, Rachel. I'm like you. It wasn't, I was like, we need somebody with defensive qualities and position awareness to play in midfield. And especially we've been linked with Frankie de Jong. I'm like, why do we need? And then I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, Ten Hag we trust. That doesn't mean that you can't criticize his tactics or his substitutions or his management. But that don't mean that that's a big thing from then going Ten Hag out. But to me, Erikson, I had the PTSD with these players from North London, especially. Who one of them was the other one was Arsenal, Sanchez, and he came to Man United. But obviously, he came in a different to Man United. Guys, there's over 200 214 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And Stephen H. Say Miasi. It's a message for Say Miasi. Say Miasi. I genuinely think I'm richer than you. Stephen H. Prove it. Go on and prove it. Go on. Prove it. And here we go. Alicia's talking about Argentina. Heinz sauce over HP sauce all day, every day. Big up Alicia Sinikova. I love your surname, by the way. Big up, man. Yeah. And so for me, I was like, we could go and get another midfielder, younger especially. I thought younger, somebody's tried to prove themselves. But like I said, if the manager's got a plan for this guy, then so be it. So be it. Be it.
I still want another midfielder, though.
Exactly. No, definitely. No, 100%. 100%, because watching that preseason, even though the last game, Victoria, that Scott McTominay played as that box-to-box number 8, and he was a lot better. He looked a lot better because he wasn't being willing to do defensive duties to that much. He was pressing up the pitch, and he was part of that like 4 or 5 people who were pressing the ball up the pitch. But still, Fred and him, whether it's him or Fred who sits back, they both do not fill me with confidence. Both of them don't have the intelligence and the awareness. It's just they're not built like that. Fred is a high pressing number 8. Scott McTominay is a box number 8. And at the end of the day, he doesn't have the defensive discipline and awareness and the composure on the ball. Both of them are so easily pressed. Fred's first touch is just like, oh my God. I look at him and think, Fred, you're not Brazilian. You're from Stoke, mate. Fred Stoke with that touch, first touch. But we definitely need that. I think maybe Erik ten Hag have to learn the hard way, because at the end of the day, he's a new manager in a new league. He's going to find things out of his players, and he's going to find things about himself as well. And like I said, people, this season we're going to be like that. Topsy-turvy. Even though the preseason is going well, you can't read anything into preseason. You cannot read anything.
I think people are getting really hyped about preseason. Like they're either going, it's just two extremes. They're either really, really excited, which is fine. You can be excited about how we're going to play and how we develop throughout the season. But I think bigging up players too much is too much right now, if I'm being honest. And then there's the other lot who are just very negative about it. You know, players aren't even fully fit yet or match sharp. You know, they're still getting used to how Ten Hag wants to do things. They've only had a couple of weeks of training with him. You know what I mean? So I think people just need to be patient a little bit. You know, it does take a few months for players to get used to how a manager wants to play. And we won't see perfection for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not even including the players coming in.
Rachel, can you repeat that answer? Because I think my internet went down for a bit. So can you just repeat that answer for me, please? Just about what you said about the midfield.
Which what answer? Oh, okay. Nuruddin's DC'd people. But wait, what do you guys think for next season? What are you predicting? You predicting that, you know, we do well? Do you think it's going to be up and down? Do you think it's going to be a failure of a season? Like, what are we thinking?
Yeah, it's going to be, you know what, for me, the biggest thing that what I believe, my internet is going a bit mad, people. Neil,
no worries.
Trying to shut us down. Can you hear me, Rachel?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So basically, I just want to warn the fans in it. It's going to be a very interesting, because the players are going to have to get used to each other. The Martinez's, the Eriksons, the Malacias, they're going to have to get used to each other and the way we play. And also, he's bringing those players in because he can trust them. And I think, honestly, Leopards don't change their spots that quickly. So if it was to go wrong, it's going to be very interesting to see how they trust, because everywhere where he has been, because Erik ten Hag is very intense in terms of his coaching styles, right? Players sometimes get overwhelmed, and the results, they don't feel it for about 3 to 4 months. And that's why I always said 3 to 4 months into the season, 5 months to the season, we're going to be seeing what happens. But this time, it's going to be the World Cup. It's going to be the World Cup straight away. So the World Cup is going to come. So I'll be shocked if some of the fan base are going to be thinking, get this football out of here, this tick-a-tack. No, we're going to have to be patient, people. We're going to have
just a warning for people, by the way. Ten Hag is a little bit more direct than tiki-taka. He's still possession-based, but he's a little bit more direct than that.
Yeah, but I know that. But you know what? They call, this is what I'm saying, some of our fan base call, if you keep the ball for more than 2 minutes, tick-a-taka.
Yeah, I mean...
They were doing that on the Bengal. They were calling Bengal football tick-a-taka.
Yeah, I mean, there are different styles of possession play.
Some of our fans are crazy.
You know what it is, Nuruddin? Like, there are some, like, you know how it is. Like, me and Danny, we're very nerdy with this kind of stuff. You know, we like to like research and do all sorts. Even you're like that as well, to be fair. And some people aren't like that, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? That it's not an issue if people think it's, you know, if they don't know, they don't know. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
I hope people will enjoy the football.
Yeah.
Some people don't like possession-based football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love possession-based football. So
Yeah, of
it's always
course.
a dream for me personally.
For me, possession-based football is one of the it's the first form of attack for me, a defense for me, because at the end of the day, when you're keeping the ball against a team, that's how you defend him, because you keeping the ball away from them. But I just genuinely think that they're not ready, because one of the things, the beautiful thing about Erik ten Hag is that he doesn't just play one way. He plays different ways depending on who's up against. He doesn't just have one way of playing all of the time. He has different ways of looking at the opposition, thinking, how can we hurt them? What can we do to unlock them today? Are they going to attack us? Does that mean that we've got to press them hard in midfield and win the ball and back up the pitch? Or do we they're going to sit back and we're going to have to open them up? But please smash a like on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We've had over 200 of you in here at any time. So big up to every one of you. Big up Alien Tenno. Rachel, I really genuinely hope Monday and Tuesday, apparently, London's going to be cooking. I really hope that you go tomorrow and get yourself some fans if you haven't got any already, because it's going to be extremely hot. And whatever plans that you made, make sure it's in your garden, because it's just you know what I mean, little pool, water, because it's going to be really extremely hot, apparently.
I just feel sorry for Angel. Like, that poor thing. She was hiding under the table earlier so she could find some shade. It was quite funny, but she was cute.
Look at Seedorf. Seedorf's shattered. Went out for a little bit, came back in. Look at Seedorf. He's absolutely shattered. That's what it is, man. You got you got pets, man. The pets will let you know when it's hot. They'll let you know when it's hot.
My one's stubborn though. She won't drink any water, even though she's like, you know, when like dogs they're panting. And you can see she needs water, but she won't drink it. She's really bad with drinking water. You give her food, she'll eat it all day. But like when it's water, she will not drink it at all.
Yeah. Sajinda, big up Sajinda. Says McTominay plays half decent in a couple of friendlies and he thinks he's the second coming of Rudy Costa. Bro, don't even bring that. Rudy Costa technique, man. Oh my God, what a player he was. Those of you who don't know, make sure you get online and look on YouTube, man. Rudy Costa, what a player. What a player. One of the best ballers to come out of Portugal football. He played in Italy. He played for Fiorentina, if I'm not mistaken, for a long time. Absolute baller.
He's current president of Benfica, isn't he?
There we go. See, Rachel knows.
I think he is. Anyway,
he's a fantastic player. Fantastic player. Listen, I think we've gone on. The only bit about Ronaldo, just to cover it, the last 5 minutes, people, the last 3 to 4 minutes, I'll have my 2 pence. If it's true, then if it's true what's happening and that his agent, George Mendes, is literally begging clubs to sign Ronaldo, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. And for me, the way Ronaldo is and his PR is, if he said he wants to leave Manchester United and he has not already sorted a club out for himself, then that is an absolute howler. But the fact that now Bayern Munich, everybody, the president, the director of football,
Nagelsmann came out and said it as well.
Nagelsmann, the manager, like all 3 of them have said, nah, no, thank you. How embarrassing is that? One of the greatest players of his generation, one of the greatest.
To be fair, Nuruddin, what I would say is that sometimes clubs say things in public, but they're doing something else privately, right? I mean, if you look at the example with Barcelona, they're saying, well, certain places are saying, you know, Frankie de Jong's not for sale. Then you've got other people saying he is for sale. You know what I mean? So like sometimes clubs behave in a snaky way. That's what I would say. They might be negotiating. It might be a thing where, I mean, we all know Ronaldo's wages are an issue, and we know that Bayern Munich have a wage structure that only benefits the very special players. You know what I mean? Exactly. So to have someone like Ronaldo come in and demand the wages that he's going to demand will cause an issue. Do you know what I mean? So they're probably negotiating behind closed doors.
You know what? That could be true. That could be really true. And apparently, he's willing to take a pay cut, apparently.
Yeah, but
because look,
yeah,
I mean,
you can take a pay cut, but what is it from 500k to 300k? I mean, what's the pay cut? You know what I mean? So
it's madness in it. It's madness in it. 300k, like that would smash Bayern Munich's wage structure, isn't it? But it's madness. He turned down a team from Saudi Arabia, and in 2 years they were going to give him like 270 million in 2 years.
Yeah, I don't think. To be fair to him, I don't think he's that interested in money in the sense that he wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia just to get a massive amount of money. I think he still wants to be paid what he feels he's worth, but he wants to play in the Champions League. Let's be real. So, you know, I don't see him going to a team like that's in Saudi Arabia at all. I don't even see him going to.
No, he turned them down straight away. He turned them down straight away. He was like, no. Big up Windy Grant. Ronaldo's never gonna go on tour. The security for Ronaldo would have been too much. Yeah, maybe.
You can afford that.
Yeah, I think to be fair, the fans would have just been chilled with him anyway. I think they would have been chilled with him. It was so it broke my heart. It broke my heart. I was watching the game, the pre-game, like 5 minutes before kickoff, and there was people outside the stadium when I was watching on TV, and people outside the stadium, and one of the kids got interviewed, and he was like, I've come to watch Ronaldo, and somebody I've said to him, Ronaldo's not here, mate, but you should have seen the look on his face. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Listen, big up the therapy army. To me, what will be, will be. Ronaldo stays, and Erik ten Hag wants to get the best out of him, and Ronaldo comes back being a humble footballer and knows that he can't play every game. Fine.
That's where the problem lies, isn't it, Nuruddin? Like he'll always score goals. Don't get me wrong. Like you can't deny that. But it's how he fits in with the rest of the team and how he's utilized throughout the season. And he has to respect the manager. None of this sulking on the bench, none of this questioning authority nonsense. You can't be doing that. If he's willing to put that aside and just play when he's been asked to, then everything will be fine.
Exactly. And this is it. This is it for me. Ronaldo comes back, he just have to understand that the manager's word is king, all right? And the manager decides what happens to this team, how they play, and Ronaldo's just another player. That's what he has to do at the end of the day, because he's a footballer at the end of the day. He's not the coach, he's not the manager, he's not the owner of the football club. And that's what he has to accept. It's simple. It's simple. Big up AA Sakis. It says, great show. Thank you guys. And Rachel. Yeah, man. Love. Listen. Big up, man. Ronaldo could go to Roma. Nah, I don't think him and Pep, Jose get on. Trust me.
And Roma even afford his wages.
Nah, Roma are gonna be bankrupted within 2 months. No, even if he took a big pay cut.
That's what Ronaldo and Messi are known for in the last couple of seasons, just bankrupting the clubs they play for.
Exactly. Facts. Listen, big up, Rachel. Let them know where they can find you.
Oh, yeah, you can just find me on Twitter at the Devil's Avocado.
And you can also catch her slapping people around on the face sometimes when she comes up, when she's had enough people talking nonsense. She just has to come and correct people. So, listen, Therapy Army, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I think we've gone through that. We've talked about the tour with Tom. Big up Tom as well. Please make sure you give Tom Journalist 1 a follow on Twitter. Those of you who are on Twitter. But big up to every one of you. It's over 108 of you in here now. Thank you. Big up to the Therapy Army. Without you guys, there's no show. You make the show. So love and light. Now, she's not a gangster. She just knows her stuff. She's not a gangster. She just knows
not a gangster.
She's not a gangster, trust me. She's worse than that.
What? No.
The people know the real gangsters are the lawyers, innit? Yeah. No, she's somebody.
We do the devil's work.
She knows her stuff. Rachel's always educating, free education in it to the masses. Always telling it as it is and educating us all. So big up Rachel, but please make sure you give Tom Journalist 1 a follow on Twitter as well. He's part of the channel. Part of the community, so is every one of you. Please, on your way out, make sure you smash a like on the video. It costs you absolutely nothing. It'll boost the algorithms, because small YouTube community like ours, if we're going to grow, right, we need the algorithms and we need many likes as we can on the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We are on the road to 10K. I think we're 5,500 now. It's been an absolute experience doing this with you guys. I thought it was just a bit of a laugh, and it turned out to be a therapy show where people like Rachel are shouting me out and going, get on, man, do a therapy session for the fans. I hope you've liked the therapy session. We only give opinions, our opinions. We give our take on behind the headlines. We don't just go to react to breaking news all of the time, but we want to welcome Lazaro Martinez. We want to welcome Erikson, Malacia, to all the players that we've signed. Ronaldo, De Jong. If they don't happen, they don't happen. The only thing about De Jong is I hope the club have got a plan B. That's the only thing. I don't want them to get plan C or D. I want them to get Ten Hag plan B. And I hope that Ten Hag can accept that as well. So big up to every one of you. Big up Alicia. Big up Splashnet. Big up Alien Tenno. Big up Viking Red. Love Danish Iqbal. Big up.
Oh, I love that name.
Alicia, big up. Yeah, man. There we go. Thank you, Rachel. See? Getting tanked. So peace, love, light, people. Thank you so much. Take care. And we're out. By the way, we always forgetting it. Win, lose, or draw. Glazes out. Bankers out. Always, people. Whether we sign players or we don't sign players, we're Glazes out. Whether we win or lose or draw, we're always Glazes out.
Wait, where's Belay? He was in the comments earlier.
Exactly. He was there. Big up to Belly Visual with the super chats as well. Trolling me everywhere he can, people. He's building a little army together now. Big up. There we go. Look, we got 170 likes. So happy. Look, 171. Yo, big up, man. Please, just a couple of more likes. 40 more likes. Get it to 200. Take care, people. Last word, Rachel. What you got to say to the therapy army?
Just big up to everyone. Keep supporting my bro, Nuruddin. And hope you guys enjoy the season.
Yeah,
I'll probably be around every now and then anyway. But yeah, just big up to everyone. And enjoy your summer.
Big up. Enjoy your summer, people. Enjoy the weather out there. And make sure you're careful on Sunday, tomorrow, especially if you're down south. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Make sure you're careful. Please keep out of the sun. Make sure you get the sunblock on. And make sure you got the water. And don't be doing unnecessary travel as well. Because it's going to be cooking.
Climate change is real, people.
Trust me, climate change is real. Don't let the people tell you the TV lie to you. The news lies to you weekly, nightly, hourly. Climate change is real. Global temperature's gone through the roof. This is only going to carry on. You've seen all the fires in Europe, in Greece, and everywhere else. In Spain. Peace. Take care. Take care, people. Peace. Take care. Good night. Good evening.